In this video, I'm going to give you a rundown of the 3 books that millionaires read and why they're going to help you build wealth and financial freedom, okay? Also, stick around to the end because I'm going to give you a sneak peek into the personal book that I'm working on currently, which I'm very, very pumped to launch. It's been an undertaking for sure. My name's Tyler Devereaux, okay? And those of you who haven't been following along with me on my channel, first off, it's time, okay? Second off, I'm the real estate guy, that multifamily real estate guy. Rather than talk specifically about real estate today, I'm going to give you some resources that are going to help you along your journey of building wealth in whatever industry that you're in, okay? I've personally read these books that I'm about to show you. I've read a whole bunch of books, and they've helped me scale my real estate portfolio to over $200 million. And a lot of my other successful friends have read the same books because I refer them to them all the time, just like I'm referring them to you. So my motto and slogan for the company is think bigger. When I say that, what I mean is what you think is possible today could be tomorrow's reality. So don't put limits on your abilities, okay? All right, the first book that I'm gonna give to you is one that I actually just finished, which is The Wealthy Gardener. I just read this book and it immediately went to one of my all-time favorites. One principle that stood out, and there's a whole bunch of principles in there, but one that stood out to me was that being busy is normal, but making an impact is rare. Being busy means doing stuff. Being productive means getting stuff done. Being impactful and effective, though, that means getting the most important stuff done. So for those of you who are just started on the journey of wealth creation, or for those of you who are trying to maintain and grow your wealth, focus on making an impact. That's how you gain wealth. All right, the second book is Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. There are a few books that have had a greater impact on my life than this one. You know, the major premise of this book is that you can't allow yourself to drift through life. Those who drift, they lack purpose, they're easily distracted, they're not in control of their habits. Distraction as a whole is one of the devil's greatest tools. You know, it stops us from taking action and making an impact like we just talked about on the first book. So how can we protect ourselves and others from drifting? I'm going to give you a bunch. Number 1, be mindful and in control of your thoughts. We have to be careful what we let our thoughts dwell on, okay? Your thoughts will attract their physical counterpart. So are you being success conscious or are you being failure conscious? Are you being positive or are you being negative? We have to understand and be in control of our thoughts. Number 2, decide what you want out of life and develop a plan to get there. You know, also decide what you're willing to sacrifice to get there. Success takes sacrifice. Number 3 is to analyze temporary setbacks and turn them into learning lessons. 4, we give more in service than we receive in compensation. 5, budget our time so none of it's wasted. This is why calendars and all those things, impact activities, are so important. Number 6, we need to replace fear with faith. Fear keeps us stagnant, faith moves us forward. And then 7, decide to master your life or your life will master you. Key principles, you've got to read this book. It is an amazing one. All right, book number 3, Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink. Once again, great book, okay? It's essentially take ownership for everything. You know, we've all heard stories about people who refuse to take ownership for anything. You know, people who refuse to take responsibility for their actions and they blame others for their failures. You know, it's their parents' fault, their boss's fault, the fault of the conservatives, the liberals, the cigarette companies, COVID, fast food. It's everyone else's fault, okay? The system's out to get them, whatever, okay? It's always somebody else's fault. In other words, someone or something else is always the cause of their failure. Okay, our culture even supports this victim mentality more and more. In fact, our legal system even promotes it. We now reward people for not taking responsibility of their choices. We reward them for finding somebody else to blame. Okay, here's the absolute tragedy though. People who have this victim mentality pay a huge price. The victim allows their success to be determined by external circumstances, other people, other events. You know, listen, if we allow ourselves to be a victim of circumstance, we'll experience life as a struggle and we'll view other people's as a threat. Accountability, though, on the other hand, ownership, that's what allows us to gain control of our life, to shape our destiny, and ultimately to fulfill our potential. Accountability, ownership, is simply taking ownership of our actions and our results Successful people are accountable, period. Accountability isn't about blaming yourself or punishing others. We just simply acknowledge our role in all outcomes. Accountability isn't concerned with fault, but rather what it takes to create better results. That's what's important. So listen, until we accept ownership of our actions and our outcomes, we will be helpless to change or improve the results. But once we accept that our actions have an impact on the outcome, man, we become truly empowered to create the results that we desire. You know, when we acknowledge our accountability, our focus shifts from defending our actions to learning from them. Failure simply becomes feedback on this ongoing process of becoming excellent. So unfavorable circumstances and or people who are total asshats, okay, they don't prohibit us from reaching our goals because we refuse to allow anything, including ourselves, to get in the way of our goals. That's taking ownership. Taking ownership is different, and it creates different results. All right, those are the top 3 books that millionaires read and that you need to read. My question for you is, have you read any of these books? Which one is your favorite? You know, which one are you going to read next? Leave the answer to one of those questions in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts on all those. Oh, okay, hold on one second. I almost forgot to tell you about my freaking book, which is, it's going to be a good one. I don't know if I can compare to these, but it's going to be a good one. And what it's about is multifamily real estate and mindset. You know, our education company is the Multifamily Mindset. The book is going to be about just that, how to overcome these mindset struggles, these challenges, mental challenges that come with acquiring a multifamily deal. Information, education, it's everywhere. But when we come across a stumbling block within the multifamily space or with any space, how do we handle it? That's what this book is going to walk you through. I'm going to show you and give you examples from my own life of how I've been able to overcome stumbling blocks time and time again, and how I've continued to improve my mindset by surrounding myself with people to help me improve my mindset. Hopefully I can be one of those people for you, and hopefully the book helps you do the exact same thing. All right, so where can you find it? You'll be able to find it everywhere. Amazon, Kindle. We're going to do it. There's going to be an Audible version as well, a hardback version in Barnes & Noble or wherever. You can buy it on our website, wherever you would like. We'll have it everywhere for you, okay? I'll even list some links here once the book launches. All right, y'all, thank you so much for watching. You know, if you're struggling to break free financially, and if you'd like more resources from me, check out my website in the description below. It's themultifamilymindset.com, and see if one of our events is coming to your area. Okay, I teach people all over the country to do what I do in the multifamily real estate space, and we have an awesome coaching program that I'll walk you through and help you walk through that entire process as well. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done that. I can't wait to see you again on the next video. Aloha.